Assalamualaikum. This is Sadali Said Network and vSphere Administrator and Virtual Instructor of Cisco and VMware Technologies at DNTX and founder of Net Plus Virtual. This is session 8 live now, and we have covered 7 sessions in this 15 days free networking essential bootcamp. So let's start the lecture now. Pick up the register and start noting. Okay. So this is the chat box. You can ask any question you have. I will appreciate. It's my Komasha. It's my first time in class. Wow, surprising. But look at the screen. I think the screen is shared. Yeah, look at the screen. This is our workload of just 7 days, 7 to 8 days workload, as you can see. And you are joining now after 7 sessions. And after 15 sessions, the 15 days networking bootcamp, which is of free of cost, this would be finished. And you are joining now. How many sessions live missed and where to find them? Actually, you should contact with admin. He just manages the recording, etc. But my responsibility is to train you, not to manage all the stuffs. So you should contact with admin. He will guide you with how to access the recorded lecture, etc. Okay. But if you have any question, you can ask here. Okay. So now let's continue. So yesterday we have covered about CPU in Alibaba Cloud Service Provider solution or in Amazon Web Services Cloud Service Provider and in cloud computing, or we can say public. So the CPU topic was finished here, and now let me open the panels of two. And we have covered up to CPU, and today we'll start from motherboard. Look at this real life examples of hardware. We have covered RAM in detail, ROM in detail, central processing unit in detail, and now we will start from motherboard. So let's start now. What is motherboard? Basically, it is a board in which there are subboards available. Board means chip. This is a big chip on which there are subchips available. Means small chips are available on this big chip, as you can see here in the diagram. This is a big chip. We can say board. There are small or subboards or subchips located on this big chip. So this why it is known as motherboard. Means boards are located on this big board. So this is the mother of all boards because all boards are located on this board. Okay. It is main board. What? It is main board of computer. Without motherboard, computer cannot work. Means if there is no motherboard in your computer, then your computer will never work. Why? Because RAM, CPU, storage devices like hard disk drives, solid state drives, you all know this kind of stuffs because I make you clear in detail in previous session about these kinds of stuffs. So these are located on this motherboard. So for example, if motherboard is not available, it means RAM is not available, CPU is not available, hard disk or SSD is not available. Then how your computer will work? It will never work because RAM etc. are located in form of hardware on this motherboard. So that's why. And all the hardware main chips and circuits are placed on motherboard. Again, the same thing I've told you. The same thing I've told you that the main chips and circuits like RAM, ROM, hard disk drives, solid state drives, whatever network interface cards, if even it is a wireless network interface card or wired network interface card, central processing unit, many chips and circuits are placed or available on this motherboard. As you can see here, this is CPU. I've shown you yesterday how CPU slot is looking in real. So this is CPU socket placed on this motherboard. This is CPU fan and many other components on this motherboard. As you can see, peripheral computer interaction, like peripheral devices are attached to these slots. Connectors for integrated peripherals like USB, etc. Mouse. So these are some ports of USB port, etc. So this one motherboard is the main circuit, main board of computer. Without this, computer will never work. So this was the story about motherboard, and this topic is now finished. Now let's move to NIC. And I've made you clear about NIC many times in detail. And again, this topic is coming in this lecture. It means we are revising it. So let's talk about NIC a little bit more. But it's easy for you to understand because I've made you clear it on this topic in deep and dialogue. So NIC stands for Network Interface Card because this is a card used in networking and it have port or we can say interface through which we can connect devices with each other by cable or guided media. Without NIC, device cannot communicate in a network because if NIC is not available, then how you can connect your device through Wi-Fi or through cable? Never. For Wi-Fi, you need wireless network interface. For connectivity with cable, like directly accessing your laptop or connecting your laptop with modem, so you will need what? Port. And network interface card mean it is for example it is wired network interface card. Then it have port. And to that first Ethernet port or Ethernet port, you can connect with modem directly with cable. So your speed would be fast than wireless. But the main concern is if you haven't wired NIC, it means you haven't any port in your laptop and without the device cannot communicate in network, then you will not be connected even with Wi-Fi or even with cable. Then you cannot communicate over the internet in a network. So this is the story. There are two types of NIC. Again, wired NIC, wireless NIC. As you know, usual. It is also known as NIC. These are the different names of network interface card, but don't be confused if someone asks you what is this, what is this, what is this, what is this, because these are the same things, but the names are different. Okay, so don't be confused. Just remember the names that these are the different names, but the thing is NIC, network interface card. So let's know the other names of NIC as well. It is also known as NIC. Obviously, it is NIC, network adapter, network physical adapter, LAN adapter, or we can say local area network adapter. Then another name is LAN card, or we can say local area network card, network interface controller, we can say physical network interface, we can say physical network port as well, because interface is known as port. So these are just 7 names of this hardware device, we can say in on-premises solution. So on NIC there is address known as physical address because it is written physically, which has different names. So if someone asks you that what is this, so don't be confused. Sir haven't taught me in his lectures because these are just different names of one thing. Concept the same. These are just different names, not other thing. So the physical address based on network interface card is just physically placed. So that's what it is known as physical address. The names are different for physical address. It is known as MAC address as well, physical address as well, MAC media access control address as well, layer 2 address as well, data link layer address as well, or we can say data link address. So let's move forward. Connectivity is possible through interface or port of network interface card. For example, you have wired NIC, so you can connect with another device through cable when you can connect into port of network interface card. If network interface card is not available, then port or interface would not be available. Then you cannot connect with guided media or cable with another device. But due to physical address, communication is possible, which is written. It means that connectivity is possible through port of interface, okay, but due to physical address, communication is possible, which is written. What does it mean? Look at this. First point is about connectivity. Second point is about communication. This is connectivity is possible, and here this is communication is possible. When communication is possible, and when connectivity is possible. So let's know. For example, just give me a minute to draw it, then I will make it clear. Okay. So diagram is made now. Now let me make you clear on this diagram. Okay. This is PC. This is also PC. End device. End device mean they can send and receive data. So this is the PC which name is PCA, and this is the PC which name is PCB. Now understand from scratch, okay? This is the name of PC, PCA. This is the name of PC, PCB. So in this theory, this is connectivity is possible through port of network interface card means, for example, in this PC there is wide network interface card. In this PC there is wide network interface card. Okay, so network interface card have port or interface. You all know on this PC as well, and on this PC as well. So through port you can plug in the cable through RJ45 connector and connect. So connectivity is possible through this port. But look at this, connectivity is possible through this port. Connectivity is possible through port of wired NIC. This is port, okay. But the question in your mind is, for example, sir, there is not wired NIC in my laptop, there is wireless NIC. And through Wi-Fi, I am connected and I want to be connected to Wi-Fi. So there is no port when I connect through Wi-Fi. So I just use radio waves. So what is the situation in Wi-Fi? So let me explain in another slide. I will try for you if you have the question, but let me first make you clear on the wide neck. Obviously, wide neck your port, and through port you can connect through cable with another device. So this is connectivity through port when you have wide neck available in your PC. But the thing is communication. Network doesn't mean connectivity. Network means connectivity plus communication. So it is now not a proper network now. For a proper network, there should be communication as well. So how? Communication is possible through this one. So communication is possible in a network of physical address or MAC address. I mean that, for example, there is obviously on wide neck or wireless neck, there is physical address written on it, which is known as physical address or MAC address. It is also written on this wide neck as well, so they can communicate with each other through this address. Like for example, this have MAC address A and this have MAC address B. So when this computer want to send message to this computer, so it would have an address of this PC because it is connected through the wire with this wire NIC of this PC. Obviously, this will know the MAC address of this PC. Why? Because it is connected to this wired NIC with this PC, and on wired NIC there is MAC address written, so it will know. Same situation for this PC as well. And when they will know MAC address of each other, then they can communicate on that address. For example, it wants to send a message to this PC, so it will send a message on the MAC address of this PC, which is address of the on this PC. For example, I want to send gift to my student. So how? First I will know the physical address where he is located. Then I can send the gift. So that's why this PC can send a message to this PC when it's know its MAC address, which is known as physical address. So when this PC know address, then this PC can send the message to this PC and this PC can send message to this PC. So this is known as communication, message sending and receiving. So now it is a proper network. So if someone asks you how we can connect with another device, so through port of wired NIC. But if someone asks you what is the situation in wireless NIC, so let me explain you now. But if someone asks you how communication is possible in a network, so you would say through physical address or MAC address, because on a physical address you can send a message. If you don't know about the address of the computer, then how you can communicate with the computer on which address? On which address you will send the message? So that's why. For example, their situation about wireless. This is just the network about wired guided media. Now let's talk about unguided media wireless network. This is wired network example. Okay, let me create example of wireless network as well. But before that, let me save it. So I will show after this session. You can ask any question you have in chat box. I will appreciate and hope you are submitting assignments as well, which are better for you. This is chat box. You can ask question here. So now let me make you clear on the wireless network as well. So first give me time to create it and then I will make you clear. Okay. So now let me make you clear on this diagram, okay? So give attention now. First remember this black background color represents air, wind, and these are two PCs and devices which send and receive the traffic. For example, this PC have name PC-01 and this PC have name PC-02. And now we are discussing about wireless network. So obviously this both PC would have wireless network interface card as you can see, and obviously MAC or physical address would be written on this wireless network interface card as well. So you know that wireless network interface card have no port because port is used for connectivity through wire. So wireless means without wire. So obviously it haven't port. Like for example, I have two network interface card available as I shown you in the previous session. One is wireless, one is wired. So you know, I have just one Ethernet port in my laptop through which I can connect through internet with cable through that port. But I haven't two ports and I have two network interface card. Why? Because I have just one wired NIC which have port and I have wireless NIC but that haven't port because port is used for wired connectivity. So wireless NIC have no port. So you have the question that if it have no port you cannot connect through cable, then how through an air how they can communicate without cable? So the answer is there are small antennas available in wireless NIC. Through small antennas, what does small antenna do? If someone asks you, small antenna produce radio waves in air. Like black color represent air and yellow represent radio waves. So it produces radio waves. And radio waves do what? Forward the traffic through access points. There is access point with this device as well. For example, this is in India. So this is connected to its access point and for example this is in Pakistan. So it's connected to its access point and those access points do what? Forward the traffic through radio waves in air. So this is the connectivity through radio waves. And in white, the connectivity is through port. And another thing that communication is possible through MAC address in wired NIC as well and in wireless NIC as well. Same is the situation for wireless NIC as well, that how they can communicate through MAC address because MAC address is a physical address written on network interface card. And when this PC know the address of this PC, obviously through radio waves they can connect with each other. Then they will also know their MAC addresses because they are connected through radio waves. So they can know the MAC address of each other. And when they know the physical address or MAC address, then they can send the message on that physical address and then they can do communication with each other. So this is the proper network known as wireless network. And before this, I have explained what? Wired network. So I hope you are now clear on the big concepts in IT field, wired network and wireless network. Okay. And in a very less time you have understood these two concepts. So now let's move forward. So I think this topic is finished, network interface card. Now let's move to mouse. I think there's nothing difficult in mouse. I can show you mouse as well and I think you all know what is mouse. Mouse is basically input device. This is mouse, not this one, okay? This is red. These are mouse, electronic devices. This is the general thing you all know. Let me take the questions and if you have question you can ask. Okay, I will appreciate. Sir, wireless network uses 802.11 IEEE standard. Yeah, sure, it used. Sir, which factors affect quality of wireless communication? Basically, the big factor that affect wireless communication is noise, or we can say disturbance, which basically redistribute the radio signal. And when radio signal is redistributed or disturbed, then you know it can be wasted as well. So that's why there's a big factor like noise in air. So Let's take another question as well. Sir, may I ask? I think this question I have answered this. Sir, which factor affect quality of wireless communication? Basically. So let's take another question. Sir, may I ask? Yes, you can ask. How can I change my MAC address for privacy purposes? Good question. Basically, through what's your private network, you can just change your IP address. Why? This is the question as well. Why? You can change your IP address through VPN, not MAC address, because IP address is not physically written on your network interface card. That is just logical address that can be changed, but MAC address cannot be changed. Why? What can be the reason? Because it is physically written on your network interface card, and it is written by whom? By specific organization. Like I think there are many organizations who creates or manufactures the network interface card. I don't remember the names. I think Realtek, yes. Realtek company. Realtek, I think this kind of spelling. Realtek is the company who produces network interface cards. So they have manufacturer ID and user ID and 12, 12 digit number as well, like this kind of stuff. And they create make address and place on network interface card. So how you can change make address if it is written physically by manufacturer? So that's why. Okay. So does VPN is secure or these are monitored by VPN service provider? Yes, basically VPN is used for like privacy kind of stuff. Like if you use VPN, then you change your IP address, and when you change your IP address, then your location is hidden. Because to IP address, your location can be known to the service provider as well. So that's why VPN service provider, it depends on the service provider that they provide you encrypted communication privacy or not encrypted. Like for example, let me give you an example. For example, WhatsApp and for example, Skype. So have you noticed on WhatsApp that when you open WhatsApp, there is a message that end-to-end encrypted communication. What does it mean? It means that when you talk or communicate with some user or your friend, then when you talk with your friend, that message is encrypted in the way when you send the traffic or data to your friend and he receives in plain text. So the data is in ciphertext. So that is encrypted. So the same is the example for VPN service provider. If they hide your location, they know your location, okay? But they hide your location. This is the story. VPN service provider know your IP address and they change your IP address. So they know. So if they know, then how you can say that it is secure from VPN service provider? Subham Biswas said, okay, thank you, but MAC address spoofing is available, right? Yes, that is the concept as well. But I've already told you that, for example, you come to the basic point that MAC address is physically available on network interface card, so you can never change physically. But you can change in form of software as well, like you said, MAC address spoofing. So that's not the way to change physically, but you can change from your computer systems, like in Windows 10, like in Linux. So that's why MAC address spoofing is the method of this kind of stuff. Like logically you are changing. MAC address spoofing doesn't mean that you change your MAC address physically on your network interface card. They just change the MAC address virtually. So it is possible in that kind of way, but not possible in the realistic kind of method that you change your network interface card on the permanent basis on your network interface card. How is that possible? That's not possible. MAC address spoofing is another concept. That is virtually changing of MAC address. Okay. Virtually is another kind of stuff. I already told you in the previous sessions that in on-premises solution we use hardware and these are manufactured by manufacturer companies. So user cannot do anything to this hardware. But in virtualization and cloud computing, everything is possible because all are virtual and virtually you can take, you can hack something else, etc. So that is possible. All things are online, virtual. So that's why I've already explained in the previous sessions about many concepts, RAM, CPU, etc. That they are in form of software, not hardware. But people understand this is the hardware. Yes, it is hardware, but in on-premises solution, in virtualization and in cloud computing, these are not hardware. These are what? Softwares. So you can change them. So that's why. So I think we should proceed further. If you have any question, you can ask. I will appreciate. Okay. Let's talk about mouse little bit. I think you all know it is an input pointing device used for clicking in GUI interface. Simple as that. Nothing to explain in this. Another topic is keyboard, the real life example of hardware. And you know, keyboard have two types: physical keyboard and virtual keyboard. Let me show you the virtual keyboard. The physical keyboard on which I am typing in the during this session, and let me show you the virtual keyboard as well. This is the virtual keyboard. I cannot touch it. It is in form of software, in form of program, in form of application. Okay. So keyboard have two types: physical keyboard and logical keyboard. Logical mean in form of software you cannot touch. Physical mean when you press the key and you input some text, etc. That is known as physical keyboard. So keyboard is an input device through which you can do what you input as a text, but in mouse you can give input through clicking. So remember this concept. This is the difference between keyboard input device and mouse input device. And how you give input like in form of text through keys by pressing keys. Virtually or physically. How virtually, how physically I have shown you. Now let's move forward. Another topic is about monitor. We have covered keyboard and mouse. And now let's talk about monitor. Monitor is an output device which shows you. Showing mean output, giving you output. It displays UI, user interface. It can be GUI as well and CLI as well. So it's about monitor. Second last topic is NVDA. So we will talk about NVRAM from tomorrow, and I think that's it. Now, if you have any question, you can ask, and I will answer you. But up to that, let me create assignment for you as well. I will take your question. Meanwhile, I am creating assignment for you, so ask question immediately because we are going to end the session. I will share assignment in WhatsApp group as well, and I'll share it here as well. And if you have no question, then we can leave because session is finished already. So you can leave, okay? But if you have question, then you can ask. I will appreciate. Okay, thank you, sir. Understood. Always welcome. No question, please. Thank you so much. There's a question from Shan Sadim. What's the difference between hub and switch? Are they not same? No, never. These are not same. Hub and switch are totally different devices. Switch equals to hub plus bridge, and hub is a lone device, and switch is equivalent to hub plus bridge both devices. And switch is used nowadays, and hub is not used. You know, for example, one PC want to send message to another PC, and you are connected to hub. So, for example, 10 PCs are connected to hub, and you are also connected, and you want to send message to one PC. Then that message is sent to all PCs. So there is not secure communication. And in switch, if you want to send message to one PC, then that is possible. So there is a big difference between hub and switch. And hub is not used nowadays. Let me do a practical on the hub as well. If you ask questions, I can do practicals, etc. I can explain furtherly more. It doesn't compulsory that I will just explain, I will do a labs according to my course content or according to the flow, according to my play. So it depends on question as well if you ask. But if you don't ask, then depends on you. So due to this man, I appreciate Shansarim. You all would take advantage of today's session because in today's session, due to this man, you will understand the two labs. I will perform two labs due to this question. But if he haven't asked, then we would have zero labs today. So kindly ask the questions. So preparation is opened. Let me take a hub. How? Look at this network devices. Look at this hub and click on hub device. Click on what? N devices. And just select the PCs. How many you want and create a network. Hub is intermediate device and these are N devices. Different devices. For different devices we use which cable? Straight through cable. There are only 5 ports available in this hub as you can see and 1 port in each N device. And if I perform 2 labs which are advanced than my assignment lab, then you can perform assignment lab very easily because in that you should just connect two end devices without taking intermediate device and you should just ping them and show the report. So that would be too much easy for you after I will do the 2 advanced labs then that one. So these are connected. So this is known as connectivity. Now let's make them able to communicate with each other. So then this would be a network. Now this is not network because just they are connected. So let me give them logical address. To logical address they will communicate. Okay. So that is known as IP address. How I will give IP address? For example, I'm giving private IP address here. And obviously it is the same network. So in class C there are 3 outlets for the network. one is for host. So host would be different and network would be same. So it is 0.2, it is 0.3 IP, and it is 0.4 IP. And you cannot give IP address to hub. Why? Because it's just for wireless traffic, and it is what? It is not layer 3 device that you will give IP. It is basically layer 1 device, physical layer device. So you know physical layer device doesn't support IP address. Just layer 3 devices support. Even switch does not support. Why? Because there is layer 2 device. But router support. Why? Because router is layer 3 device. To router interface you can give IP. So now let's give this IP to PC as well. How? Click on the PC first. And while I'm performing the labs, so you can ask the many questions in chat box. So I will also give the answer after the lab. So you can ask any question if you have. Okay. The chat box is open for you. So how to give IP address? Let me tell you from scratch. Click on PC. Go to these are some options: physical configuration, desktop, programming, attributes. Go to desktop. These are some options. Select first one, IP configuration, because you have to configure IP address. Go to IPv4 address, which have just 4 octets: 1, 2, 3, 4, separated by dots. Look at this. So how to give? Right here 192.168.0.1, and this is subnet mask. These represents network bits because 3 octets are for network, and this represent host bits. So last octet in class is for host bits. So that's it. Same situation for this. Click on desktop, click on IP configuration, and give the IP which is dot 3. I think dot 3, yes, dot 3. And this is dot 2. So same situation, go to desktop, go to IP configuration, and give dot 3. 0.3. No, 0.2, sorry. 3 is also given to this piece. Look at this piece. So this is the 2, okay. So dot 0.4, 0.4, how? 0.4. Now let's check they are able to communicate with each other or not. For example, I want to ping from this PC to this PC. So how? I will write ping. I will write IP address of this PC. What is it? 192.168.0.2. Let me check. Yes, it's mean that we have sent the 4 packets to this device, and we have received reply from 192.168.0.2 device. From this device we have received 4 messages in reply. So it means that we have sent 4 packets and we have in reply received 4 packets, and during communication we haven't lost any packet, 0% loss. So it means communication is possible in this network. Let me try another ping as well, from this device to this device, or we can say from this device to this device. Let me try. Dot 0.1. I'm trying to communicate this device to this device. So let me check. Dot 0.1 is reply received, 4 sent, 4 received, 0% loss. If I check with dot 2 with this device, I mean that from this device to this device through hub. Hub forwards the traffic of this device to this device and send the reply from this device to this device. So look at this, send 4, received 4, lost 0%. If you have any question, you can ask in chat box, okay? So yes, our topology is 100% okay, with no problems. This is hub, which 6 ports, 2 ports are free and 4 ports are working now. Showing green light. This is the physical topology and this is the logical topology. This is the logical topology and this is the physical topology. If you want to check simulation, then you can For example, I want to communicate with this device. Now check it. The flow of the network communication you can check and how data is communicated. Have you checked? I want to send message from this device to this device. So data is distributed through hub among all devices. So data is not secured through hub, as you can see. So that's why. So let me save this. And let me create a new project now. This was a lab about hub layer 1 device. Now we will do a lab about layer 2 device known as switch, which supports MAC address. And it does not support MAC address hub because it is layer 1 device. It just supports signals to forward. So go to network devices, go to switches, and take one switch. Take in devices, like for example in this situation I take laptops. And how I will connect, this is intermediate device and these are end devices. It will forward the traffic and these will send receive the message with each other. So these are different devices. For different devices we use straight through cable. So all laptops have one port, which means that they all have one wired NIC. Remember this point. And this switch have how many ports? 26 ports. So it means it have 26 network interface cards. Remember this one. And which network interface cards which have? Which strength is 26? Wired. Because we are connecting through wire. Same situation here. For example, this time I'm using class A private network, so 10. So there is one network one network for network and three routers for host. So 10.0.0.1 for this PC and 10.0.0.2 for this PC. 10.0.0.3 for this PC and 10.0.0.4 for this PC. Now they are connected, but let's try communication as well. How? Get them IP for communication. Write IP. This will be subnet mask. It means that it represents network bit 1 octet and last 0 octet represent host bit. This is class A. It ranges from 0 to 127, but when we used hub, we try a network of class E, which ranges from 192 to 223 network, 223 or the first octet. So this was standard 0.0.1. Let's give IP to this device as well. Start IP configuration in IP 10.0.0.2. Same here, that 3. And now let's check that they can communicate with each other or not. If they can communicate, it means our topology is successful. I have gave you answer in detail. So let's check. I want to communicate this laptop with this laptop. So I will write this laptop IP that 3. How? Go to command prompt, write ping space 10.0.0.3. Yes, reply received from that device. 4 packets sent, 4 received, and 0% loss. For example, I want to check this laptop with this laptop. So I will write this laptop IP 10.0.0.2. Let's check this as well. Yes, reply. Communication is successful. 4 sent, 4 received, 0% loss. Sorry, what I'm wrong. Yes, what's happening? On the first time, it will broadcast the traffic. Let me ping it. As you can see, on the first time it broadcasts the traffic sent to all, but on the second time and on the permanent basis, it does not send to all devices. It send to specific device to which you want to send, as you can see. And reply will also come from that device. This is the label of switch. Okay, the packet is received. But in hub, all the way the communication is flowed through all devices. So switch is most secure. So today we will perform how many labs? 3 labs. Sorry, 2 labs. 2 labs. Questions, ask questions, okay? I will share these labs as well in WhatsApp group, okay? So Shan Salim, what is your feedback about the labs? Subham Biswas, sir, I have a question. I recently I purchased a Cat 7 Ethernet cable, okay? But is there any way possible to verify if it's really genuine Cat 7 cable? Basically, if I will say truth, like I will don't lie to you, then I don't know about this. If I know, I would just answer you rapidly, but I don't know about this kind of stuff, so don't know about the cables, etc., physical things. So that's why I'm not a cable operator kind of stuff that I will answer. But actually, sorry, I cannot answer. I don't know about the cable kind of stuff that is this genuine or not. I don't know. Sorry. So sorry for this. Because if I don't know anything, so I cannot answer. Wrong. That would not be the best way to answer. Because the man cannot be expert in all the fields, like in cable, etc. So if you have any question, you can ask. So hub is insecure, right? Yeah, surely. Is that why it's no longer used? Yes, insecure, and due to its broadcasting way. It sends message to all PC. Why? I want to send message to my friend, so it should be sent to my friend. Why to all? So obviously it is insecure. So Subham Biswas says, it's alright, sir. Okay, okay. Thank you so much for understanding. Why hub does that sending to all? Because it's a nature. Like switch your nature that it will just send to all when you buy a new switch on the first time. Then it will not send to all. When you want, then it will send. When you don't want, it will not send. So this is the nature of the hub. Hub is designed in the way the coding of hub is did like this that it sends message to all. That was the old technology. Who developed this? So they don't know about that how to unicast, how to multicast. They just know about the broadcasting concept. So that was the disadvantage of hub. Basically, that was old technology. And you know, when the technology improves, so the new things come and the security measurements are also kept in the new technology as well. Like I said about the switch as well. So switch is advanced technology than hub. Shan Salim said, got it. Thank you very much. Always welcome. I will appreciate if you will ask question. Mohammad Asif Mayo says, can we extend a switch capacity by adding more network interface cards? Yes, surely. But there is one problem as well. Now, let me show you one thing here. Then you will understand. understand. Okay, what is this? Let me show you. Okay, this one. This one is the best example. This switch have some ports, but as you can see, this place is empty. There is no port. It means that in this place you can insert network interface card and this switch, and you can extend ports because this space is empty for inserting new ports if you want. So this space is kept in switch for this purpose, that if you want to create new ports or extend ports, you want to insert network interface cards, then you can. So some switches have this capability as well, but some haven't, like this switch haven't capacity to extend. So this is the answer, that some have and some haven't. It isn't compulsory that all switches have capacity. Like this switch haven't capacity because its ports place are reserved for the existing ports. But some of the switches have capacity, like this switch here. As you can see, this haven't, this haven't, this have. It depends. The answer is this. Like I've proved you that how it depends. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. I think now you pick up the answer. So that means we must have admin portal to configure these cards, or they are just physical plug and play without any more configuration. Basically, you know, network interface card is compulsory, because if it is not available, then you cannot plug in your cable in the switch port. And when you cannot plug, then how you can configure that this device cannot communicate with another device through switch? So I should troubleshoot the network. So troubleshooting is then another step, advanced step. First step is to uh, look at the problem, physical problem, like you have Internet. So how you can connect your laptop to switch if the ports are full? Will you be covering subnetting in this bootcamp? Good question, Shamsani. I think you're extra intelligent. Let me show you, okay? Kindly look at the screen, please. Then I will make you clear. That's what I want to say. So what I have shown you, that I think 30 to 40 lectures are based on subnetting, and this would be teach to paid students. I have just 3 students in my CCNA batch 7. So that's why in batch 7 I am teaching them. So I will start the subnetting session to them. So that's why this is the part of CCNA. And no trainee will teach you subnetting in detail like this. Like I will cover them. And basically, when the trainee teach you CCNA, etc., then they don't touch subnetting in this kind of detail, like I've shown you. And they just teach you a little bit to understand, and then proceed to routing and switching and then finish CCNA. So this kind of stuff. So this is just networking bootcamp, network essential course, 15 days bootcamp, just sharing ideas, just picking the questions, giving you answers, sharing the ideas of networking, making you aware of our virtualization, cloud computing, on-premises technologies. So Sayed Fayaz says, can you share your all slides, sir? It is very good content. What does you mean by all slides? Does you mean this one? This one, Networking Bootcamp Nanotech X, which I have shared on daily basis. And after this session, I will also share. Slide that you are using. Yes, yes, I am using these slides. I have shown you the Nanotech X Networking Bootcamp folder, as you can see. If some participants are busy and they are just in class, so they can quit, I think, because we have finished our lecture. Now we are just taking the questions if someone have to make them clear. Because this bootcamp purpose is not like this, it's just I will train you, but I will deliver my lecture and then finish like a traditional teacher. This bootcamp means to aware you about technologies. If you have any question, if you have any confusion, then we will make you clear. We will share ideas. You will say something that I will not don't know because I'm also a student. No one is teacher. Like yes, I'm a teacher, but it doesn't mean that I can never be a student. Maybe in future I will learn a new technology because technology updates itself. So that's why everyone is a student. Even if he is CCRE certified, whatever. If he have 40 years experience, then he is student. Why? Because technology updates each day, and he will learn new technology. So learning means that you are a student. You are learning something. So maybe I will learn something from all of you. So you can share your ideas in this bootcamp program. Okay, thank you. Just now you show many lessons in it until chapter 40 or more. Basically, there is a paid course content and how I can share. That's not allowed, I think. There are many courses I've did, like this is Champion Core Basics. So these are many notes which are of paid courses. Let me show you this course, BGP full course in one video, 6 hours course, BGP full course in one video, CCMP topic as you can see here. Let me show you a little bit. These are labs of BGP, some results of the labs. This is batch 5 of CCNA and CCMP both. And you know, my students are not like this that I just enroll them by taking money like a simple trainer. First I take interview that he's able to learn CCNA etc or not. Then I take payment and then I enroll him. You know, this is my way. Like you can check here. And you know, when someone passes interview, then I give them discount and enrolling in the training with me as well. So that's why this is my way. Because after interview, I can judge that you can learn this technology or not. There are many interviews, like you can see your interview 11, etc. So these are some lectures I've delivered, paid lectures to CCNA and CCNP page 5, lecture 31, and you can see these notes, many notes here, as you can see. And this is SDWAN course. Step-by-step guidance, etc. It's available in this course as well. This is RHCSA course, Red Hat Certified System Administration course. And you know VMware vSphere data center virtualization, how to create a private cloud. So this is also the course, private cloud course, virtualization course, VMware course, vSphere, VMware vSphere based on. These are some interviews I've taken. Like this is system administration from India, living in Saudi Arabia.
Like, I'm cloud computing. Degree, I have taken it. I really appreciate.
So far we have covered 30 sessions. As you can see, 3 hour session this one. This is a big course, like 4 hour 46 minute session.
Here,
These are some notes of this. So there are many courses available. We are doing live with the paid students, so that's why I cannot share it. Let's take the questions. In a network with two switches, what will happen to the broadcast if you add a hub along with? Will the pinging be sent to everyone? No, never. When the hub is placed between two switches and end devices are connected through switches directly to switches, then when hub will forward the traffic to all its connected devices. So you said that hub is placed between two switches. It means that it will just broadcast the traffic to two switches. But for example, one device want to send the traffic to another device which is connected to another switch. Then when it would be sent to hub, sorry, sent to switch, then switch will send to hub. Hub will send to switch, then switch will send to the specific device, not to all, because on that packet there would be address IP address available attached in the header that to this IP address the message is communicated. So that's why the switch is intelligent device, hub is not intelligent. So hub will send to switch, but switch is intelligent. Switch will send to that end device on which packet IP address is attached in that header. Are we going to manage servers with vCenter in this bootcamp? No, no. What are you talking about? You are talking about some advanced topics which this is just networking basic bootcamp, not a course. You know the course, professional courses are too much expensive, not free of cost. Someone teach you life. Not possible, I think. No one have did this. So this is not about some kind of stuff that we will teach you the practical labs, etc. of virtualization and teaching you vSphere data center virtualization course, private cloud course, etc. for free of cost, which are 2 to 3 months course. So this is not possible. Try to understand. I missed first class. I remembered you showing something related to A6I. Just to give you concept, basic concept. RHCSA show little slow, sir. Okay, okay. Very well said. Learning never stops. Yeah, I'm a graduate in English literature, but I was always interested in computer science. So now I'm doing my master's in computer science, networking, and network security. You know, I like this one. I also want to do MS and PhD kind of stuff in these kinds of fields: network security, Kubernetes, cloud computing, this kind of field. I also interested in this. This is my passion. What if is placed after the switches hub? You mean what if it is placed after the switches hub? You mean that now, for example, I explained the first topologies. Like I think I should create it because when you ask the question which is about practical kind of stuff and I answer with theoretical kind of stuff, so this not matching. I think I should also answer practical. Then you will pick up my point. If I will answer, then you will not understand. You will not give attention because it's slave kind of stuff. So that's why. You means we take some end devices. And you mean we take a switch here, and then you mean we take hub. Yeah. Do you mean this one? First, confirm me. I will answer you people questions, but first I want to confirm from Shan Salim that do you want this kind of topology? What do you mean switch plus hub? I think you mean switch, switch. I think you mean like this. What I'm understanding. Confirm it, please. Do you mean like this? Yes. Okay. 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 Now I will give you answer practically. Okay. First, let me connect. And this time I will give the private network of class B. Okay. In which there are first two octets for network and last two octets for host. So obviously, if network is same, then the two first octets would be same in class B, and the host bit would be changed. Let me give it to devices. I mean, let me give the IP address, IP4 address to device. It means that first two octets class B, which ranges from 128 to 191, are for network, and last two octets are for host. So let's give IP to these devices as well. Learn how to give IP address to main device. And you know, I like this kind of student who ask question. Why? Because it give advantage to other student as well. They know something new, or if they know that already, then they have a revision with that topic. So that's why it is very good, because you know traditional teaching is like preparing lecture for you and teaching you. So that's just traditional kind of stuff. I'm not enjoying in that kind of stuff. I'm enjoying in this one when someone asks questions, because that is just surprising to teach student. Like he asked, that is surprising for you. But when you prepare, so it means that you know already. So that's why. So now let's do this. Yes, yes. I think you got an answer. Look at this. First, let me ping it that we are able to communicate in a network or not. First, let me ping 172.16.0.2. First, let me ping this device. Okay. Look at this. It means it's connecting with this it can communicate with this device. Let me check with this device. Yes, it can communicate with this device. Let me communicate with this device. It will communicate or not. Yes, communicating with this device. Let me check with this device as well. And let me check with this device. So it means our network is completely 100% successful. Now for example, this is device and device want to send message to which device, for example, to 5.5. Okay. And we have performed three labs. In first lab, we have covered class C IP addresses given to end devices. In second, we have given class A private network, and in third lab, we have configured IP addresses on the end devices of class B private network. So we used our private networks of our classes in IP4 in today labs, and we performed three labs. As you can see, the packet has gone to all devices. Okay, why? Because there is hub used. Look at this again. Look at this. Kindly look at, yes, it has gone to all devices. Why? Because this device want to send message to this. Then when this message come to this point, then hub is not intelligent. It does not know make address. It do what? It why it don't know about the MAC address, because MAC address is layer 2 address and it is layer 1 device. It haven't capability to learn MAC address. And if you don't know about learn if you don't learn MAC address, okay, and you forward the traffic, and if this device told you that I want to send message to this, and you are forwarding his message to this, so how you can forward to this? You cannot. Why? Because you cannot know the MAC address attached the data this device want to send to this device, because it don't know about the MAC address. So that's why it broadcasts to R. This is the reason that it broadcasts the message to our device, because it don't know about the MAC addresses. If it knows, then it will send it to this device, but not because it is layer 1 device. So as you can see, the message is forwarded to what? Again, I'm showing you. The message is forwarded to all devices. So are you clear? Kindly give me response. What if send from PC5 to PC1? You mean from this to this one? Okay. Look at this. PC5 want to send message to this PC and have broadcast the traffic. So it send the traffic on this way, on this way, and this way. It send the traffic to this PC as well, to this PC as well. But when it comes to this point, then it just received a message to PC1, not this. Why? Because here switch is used. So this is the answer, as you can see. So are you clear, Shansali? Should we close the lab? Or if you have any question, you can ask. I will appreciate. Clear or not? Yes, clear. Thank you so much, Shansani. Let me save it and I will share as well. Today we have performed totally 3 laps and credit course to Shansani. Now let's take questions. Oh, okay, understood. I want to move towards the track of virtualization, but I can't afford. So I gave you answer. Who can't afford? There is the method as well. I've shown you. You can give interview. By passing interview, you can avail a big discount. Interview is for those who cannot afford, so they can afford little bit, so they can pay after interview. Then, that can you recommend some open source resources to learn from resources that you trust? Thank you in advance. Basically, honestly, if I answer you, then you, I think, hear from someone. They've already told you that learn from YouTube. YouTube best platform. So this is a strong answer. Why? Because for example, you search that VMware vSphere course content. For example, there are 10 modules, and you search courses VMware vSphere for course on YouTube, and you check playlist and you compare with course content, and they just teach you 2 to 3 modules, and they will tell you that register, and after registration in paid courses, you will be able to learn complete course. So every YouTuber do this. Behind them, behind their free courses on YouTube, they are conducting paid courses. Free courses are just to attract you that our teaching method is very good, so come and join us. This is the strategy of YouTube. Not just that they will teach you for free. They are not mentals, okay? So nothing is free in the world. Remember this point. And free thing haven't any value. Show RHCSA slides, please. Do you use Rail 9? Look how to remember so many CMDs. Any help? In one question you ask 100 plus questions. This is a great question, I think. Show RHCS slides, please. Let me show you. And basically, RHCSA course is running nowadays, not completed. So some many slides are remaining to make for them, teach to them. So because just I've conducted 10 sessions with them. This is started before 1 month, I think, to pay students. So that's why it's continuing, not completing. Let me show you. I think now you are clear. Do you use the 9 book? Yes, sure. How to remember so many CMDs and help? If truly you ask, then my true answer is to practice. By practicing, you can remember anything if there are many commands. But if you will just excuse, then you cannot remember. This is my realistic answer. I Yes, well presented, got it. Thank you so much, Shan Salim, for your best feedback. Hope you will ask the questions as well in future. Sir, from where we can learn to use packet tracer from scratch to advance? In CCNA course, I am also teaching you how to do practice on packet tracer software. So yes, clear. Good. Yes, sir. Is it possible that if I send you a resource from YouTube to verify if that is good or not? Yes, you can send me. I will also send you the report of comparison between the official course content and their course content, that how much they will teach you. Okay, so thank you so much. I think you haven't any question, all of you are clear, and we took many questions and answered them to make them clear. So message from Muhammad Asif Mayu, thank you so much. Yes, always welcome. And now we're going to end the session, and you can quit the session. Okay, thank you, have a good night, you too, and always welcome. So see you in next session. Till take care. Allah Hafiz. Goodbye.